The Department of World Languages and Cultures at Georgia State University presents Arabic 1001 Grammar. In this first part of the course, we will address singular nouns and adjectives. In this lesson, we are addressing non-human singular nouns, and this is the second of 3 sections of this lesson, in which we will address feminine nouns. In the first section, we learned to ask the question, ma hadha, what's this? And the answer here was hadha kitab, this book, and what we mean is this is a book. Arabic lacks an is or an a. We also learned about roots. The word for desk, maktab, shares the same KTB root with the word kitab for book because both of them have to do with writing. In this lesson, we're going to learn some new nouns. We're going to ask the question, ma hadha, which we already know means, what's this? And the answer here is, hadhihi waraqa. Now, notice, first of all, the word waraqa, which originally means leaf, is our word for a sheet of paper. But instead of saying hadha, I've said hadhihi. The words look very similar, but notice that instead of ending with the letter alif, hadha, now we're going to say hadhihi, and we're going to end with the letter ha. The first and third letters of this word are the same. They're just in different positions in the word. Hadhihi waraqa. Now your question is, why did I change hadha to hadhihi? And the answer is because waraqa is a feminine noun, not a masculine noun. And like a lot of other things in Arabic, we have to take gender into account. So there's a different this for masculine nouns that there is for feminine nouns. Let's try again. I'm going to ask ma hadha because I don't know what the name of this is, so I'm going to use masculine as default. And my friend is going to tell me hadhihi tawila. Hadhihi tawila. This is a feminine noun, and my friend is going to use hadhihi, the feminine this, to answer the question. Both words here, waraqa and tawila, end with the same letter. We have the 2 dots over the little loop. This letter's name is ta marbuta. Ta is the name for the letter T, which it originally was, and marbuta means tied up, because when the letter is by itself, it looks as if the horns of the crescent of the letter ta have been tied up together in the middle. So ta marbuta is what both of these words end with, and ta marbuta is the feminine marker in Arabic. Let's try it again. We don't know what this is, so we're going to default to masculine, and we're going to say, ma hadha, what's this? And our answer is going to be, hadhihi haqiba. A haqiba is not just a backpack, but any kind of mid-sized bag. And again, it's a feminine noun because it ends in ta marbuta, the final letter. So my friend is going to say, hadhihi, using the feminine this, in order to say, this is a backpack. Ma hadha, we don't know what this is that this woman is writing on, and our answer is hadhihi sabura. And a sabura is a blackboard or a whiteboard. But it's feminine. We know this because it ends in ta marbuta. Here's ta marbuta by itself, with not connected to the previous letter. So we're going to say hadhihi instead of hadha, the feminine this. And again, both of these words end in 2 different forms of the letter ta marbuta, which is the feminine marker. So let's talk about gender for a moment. The word for gender is jins. All nouns in Arabic have gender. There are no neuter nouns. There's no it in Arabic. Everything is he or she, like Spanish or French. Usually, we indicate gender with adjectives. The word mudhakkar means masculine, and the word mu'annath means feminine when we're referring to nouns. All the nouns you learned in the first section of this lesson are mudhakkar, and the ones that you've learned so far in this section are mu'annath, or feminine. Other than for people, the relationship between a noun and its grammatical gender is arbitrary. So here's 2 more words. We're going to ask ma hadha, because we don't know what it is, so we default to masculine. And the answer is hadhihi maktaba. This is a library or bookstore. It ends in ta marbuta, so we know it's feminine, and we use hadhihi rather than hadha to describe it. And also, it has the kaf ta ba, KTB, root of kitab and maktab. A maktaba A feminine version of a mektab is just a different place where you write, in this case library or bookstore, rather than desk or office. Now we're going to ask the question, ma dhalika? And dhalik is our word for that thing over there. And our friend is going to answer, tilka shasha. A shasha is a screen, whether of a monitor or a movie screen like the one in the photograph here. And it ends in ta marbuta, so we know that it is mu'annath or feminine. So our friend is going to use the feminine version of that, which is not dhalik, but rather tilka. They look very similar in Arabic, but they're pronounced quite differently. Tilka is to dhalik, as hadhihi is to hadha, feminine versus masculine. Let's take a look at two new words. We're going to ask ma dhalik, what's that? And our friend is going to say tilka nafidha. A nafidha is a window. It ends in ta marbuta, so we know it's mu'annath or feminine rather than mudhakkar or masculine. So our friend is not going to say dhalik, but rather tilka. Tilka nafidha. That is a window. Ma dhalik, here's a picture of a university, and our friend is going to say tilka jami'a. A jami'a is a university. You've probably heard this word in class already. And it has the odd ayn sound in it, which is probably the most difficult sound to get used to if you're a non-native speaker of Arabic. Tilka jami'a. That is a university. So let's take a look at the new vocabulary words we've learned here today. Jami'a is university. Haqiba is a backpack or a bag or any kind of mid-sized bag. Jami'a is a university. It comes from the word jami', mosque, because originally universities were parts of large mosques. A haqiba is a backpack or any kind of mid-sized bag. A sabura is a whiteboard or a chalkboard. A shasha is a screen. A tawila is a table or a countertop. It comes from the word for long. A mektaba is a library or bookstore. It shares the kaf ta ba root with mektab and kitab, meaning to write. A nafidha is a window. A waraka is originally a leaf, but also has come to mean a page or a piece of paper. We already know the words hadha and dhalik for this and that, and now we've learned their feminine counterparts, hadhihi and tilka, this and that for feminine nouns. Now you know 10 more words. Go around your classroom and practice pointing at things and telling us what they are.